10 best moments of Lost.
And it's 14 minutes long for the 10 best moments.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. I just noticed that. That's a long time for 10 best moments. I guess you need a minute or two for each moment, as it were.
And probably a little bit of setup.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
And the
You need some backstory.
And the side story. And the reverse side story.
Was that a shot?
A little bit, yeah.
That was a shot.
Yeah, sorry. A little bit there.
Welcome to How to Watch TV, the Leftovers edition.
Even though that was the lost sound effect.
Whatever, shut up.
That was my idea. What you told me
I still vote for Cheers.
Okay, Cheers.
Cheers. Sometimes you want to go.
No.
Where
I mean, if you say it again, I might throw this empty
knows
pop
your
can at you.
name. A lot of throwing in the air today. Funny you should mention that, Jeremy.
Oh, fuck.
That's what they call a segue in
was
the
that
biz,
bad?
guy.
That was
that's,
bad.
I mean, that's the beginning, right? Let's just go.
I didn't even do that on purpose.
No,
Well,
but that's a great segue.
But yeah, it's a great segue.
Thank
This
you.
into the
episode's, I mean, Aaron Brown texted me and said this cold open, holy shit, and I hadn't watched it yet, but fucking A.
It was pretty
Speechless,
fucking
man.
gruesome, dude. Yeah.
When I have to say that the last rock
No, I
that
think
hit
you-
her face, I couldn't look.
I
Like
know,
I
you know-
was trying to open. I wanted to keep my eyes open every time, and like I could see everybody else in the room is flinching too.
I flinched, and
You
I
know,
turned
like,
away.
I think
did it.
Jen
On
was
the
like,
last
I
rock,
can't look.
couldn't do it.
No, and I just wanted to watch it so much. The last one, you knew it was gonna kill her, and I couldn't. My eyes like automatically shut.
I
Like
flinched
my
away
brain
too. I
wouldn't
did it
let
too.
me do it, man.
Did you?
I saw the last one, yeah. I thought that they were done. So I didn't see the last one coming, and then it was just boom.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that coming too. I was
Yeah.
waiting for it. I was like, oh, and I turned away. At the
And then it
last
went to
second, like-
white, didn't it?
It went to the opening right away.
But I
Yeah.
mean, a
The
white
credits.
screen instead of black screen kind of thing. I swore I saw it swelled
I
up
didn't
white.
notice.
You know, and it's funny, every time we watch an episode and the next time I see the opening where they run through all the pictures and paintings and all the flying babies and
Yeah.
stuff, like the show takes on a more and more religious overtone, I think. Like it's to me, and that's what like the whole episode to me.
I think
today
it was.
like,
I felt that way from the very beginning. I'm sorry to
I know,
interrupt you.
no, you know, interrupt me by all means, but I just think for me myself, every time I see it, it gets more and more religion-y.
I thought it was like that. So I took it from the very first time that he explained the premise of what was going to happen in the show, like about it being like the rapture. I think that's the way you put it to me the first time you ever kind of explained what was happening to the show.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
kind of event
I
that
didn't-
occurred.
Yeah, but you, I think you just said the rapture. So like I thought it was like a religious kind of thing to begin with.
Oh, okay.
Already, but now I mean it's a lot more complicated than that because nobody knows what it is.
Well, and then so then after that they come back and she starts gathering everybody and they're going with the flashlights through the woods.
That was weird. It was like the
That's all the detail
Scooby-Doo
we're going
mystery
in on.
team
Yeah.
all going together with the flashlights, and then it looked like the Wyatts when it got into the woods.
Yeah, that was a good pull with the Scooby Dooby. Past Scooby the Dooby. Anyways, wow. I was just thinking about something like why was that dude out there? That dude was not just out there chasing the dog,
Of
was
course.
he?
Why not?
And is he Agent Tom Kalani?
Okay, that's not bad.
That's not bad either. But
Like he could possibly be that
He could
guy,
very
man.
possibly. Well, no, he couldn't.
Well, no, but
because
he could
spoke to him.
Well, that and it could have been a made up name and this and that, but
yeah, but I don't
He
know
spoke
that you
to
could.
him
That,
and-
I mean, the guy with the phone and the was talking in like a real weird kind of voice, like holy
Yeah.
shit. And that was in Florida. You know, dude, there was some other shit going down too. If you listen to that conversation real closely, that's more towards the end of the episode though. Like we're not really going.
Yeah.
over it, but like
Yeah, so they went out there and discovered her. I mean, we don't know who. Obviously, we don't know who fucking bashed her face in, but it's
and you
obviously the
notice-
same
that's
people.
one thing I wanted to point out. They didn't say anything.
Who?
no,
The
nobody
people
talked.
that did it, nobody talked.
They were all wearing masks.
Like
And it's
kinda-
weird because it
the-
could really
the
be
guilty remnant kind of thing. They didn't say anything to her at
Oh,
all.
I see what you mean.
Even when she was saying, "Please don't, please don't."
See, now I thought that's what they were going for,
I think that's what they wanted too. Was wanted her to speak.
but I
Or make
thought
a
it was
sound.
going to end then when she spoke, like
No,
just to
I knew
prove
they
a
were
point.
they were going to kill her.
I didn't.
Come on.
I just thought, fuck, that's pretty crazy if they did that just to get her to speak.
in the way they showed it. Like I
These
actually
people are
had-
desperate for
you know
something.
what I thought? I thought they were going to like start shooting arrows at her, And then the rock hit the tree, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I know what's gonna happen now."
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I saw.
I actually
it's
thought
not
they were
funny.
gonna rape
That's
her
a
when they were
bad way to say
dragging her
that. It's a
back.
horrible thing to say.
Yeah.
It's not funny. No,
There's not much funny.
there's a
about
coincidence
the
in
show.
There's
something
not at all,
something
man.
I saw when I was younger. It was like a television special, like some sort of television movie or something like that my mom and dad wanted to watch. But I was younger. I can't remember exactly how old, but it was called The Lottery, and these people in this little town talked about this lottery or whatever, and you kind of didn't really know what it was, but like it didn't seem like a good thing, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you got to know this little family or whatever throughout this, like this a show or episode. I can't remember what it was, like a Lifetime movie
yeah,
or
if it was a
something like that.
made-for-TV
I can't.
thing.
It was a made-for-TV thing, definitely.
Yeah.
Will. Turns out, the mom of this little family you get to meet wins the lottery, and when you won the lottery, you got fucking stoned to death by the townspeople. Seriously, like it was the strangest movie I've ever
like
seen.
that was what the
that was
lottery
when you won the
always was.
lottery. You got the town. These people in this town surrounded you. People handed out buckets of fucking rocks, and they stoned the lady to death.
You know, you
and it
gotta
was
love
funny because it was
Fox
like she was
sometimes.
standing there, like at the. I remember this. I don't know why I vividly remember this so much, but like I thought about it when at the opening. But she stood there and she like looks this little kid in the face. It wasn't her kid, but she looks this little kid in the face, and he like looks at her. And she's like, boom, and just fucking whips a rock and hits her right in the face with it, dude.
See, I'm
And
so
then-
fragmented now. I jumped when he threw that at me. I thought like I was
dude,
getting
like
defensive
seriously,
run.
like I remember that being like it was based on like an old book or an old story or something called The Lottery, but like that's what that opening reminded me of. And well, it was made for TV, so they did not show it in detail.
Yeah,
like
clearly.
they just fucking did. I mean, but that I remember that being like thinking to myself, well, wow, that's one of the worst ways I can think about to go.
Yeah, I mean,
Being
you're
fucking
pretty
stoned to death.
Yeah.
like
and those weren't stones; those were rocks.
Oh
man.
my God,
those
dude.
were big rocks, man.
Okay, I even remember
I
in that show
finally
I was talking
see
about the little
what's wrong
rocks.
with
They were
getting
throwing-
stoned.
They were rocks like that, like in the movie I'm talking about. The rocks they were fucking throwing were fucking like
Little boulders.
like
Yeah.
once we got out in the fucking
Yeah.
landscaping out there, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine getting hit in the face with one of those.
I know
motherfuckers,
multiple
dude.
times.
So how did
Oh
they
my
know to
God.
even go look and find her in the woods in the first place? I mean, was it just a lucky guess that they guessed right there by the gas station where they bought all the
They
flashlights?
went to the gas station, then looked at the woods, and yeah, she.
I mean,
just-
they followed them. They followed their little patterns or whatever. I bet.
Yeah, I
followed
mean,
them around. Planned
and
it.
the girl was
Oh.
saying
They
that she
planned
was
it.
in the bathroom, and the other one. I mean, she didn't say, of course, but
Well, no, she did say, of course. Actually, that's the next thing that happened.
yeah, when no, was it?
God damn, that's segue number 2. That was a good one.
I don't know that it was. I mean, this is the only issue with not having the notes is I have no idea what order the scenes went. I remember them going out there and finding her, and it was Lori
And then-
that stumbled onto her.
Right.
Yeah, and then what's his face woke up.
Oh,
KG.
okay.
Yes, and then we were asking ourselves if the whole thing was
Yeah.
a dream. But
I
no,
didn't think that, but
apparently-
yeah, that's crazy.
I had a thought for a second.
that makes it look like it could have been though.
I kind of threw my hands in the air, like seriously. But
But
then,
he
like
was
thinking
in-
back about it, like
he was in the other
dreams
one.
that the dreams that we've had so far in the show are like his feet light on fire, and it's like really strange and awkward. Like they're
Weird
walking
stuff,
outside
yeah.
the snow in their pajamas and shit. Like
Or
it was-
that chick is trying to nail him.
Right, it was just a weird. It's like you could
Which
tell,
she
but like
is.
so this one was a little more detailed.
Oh,
than
she's
that, so
already
It
nailing
was a
him?
little too detailed to be the dream.
I don't think they're. Oh, they're not doing it yet.
Not
When-
yet.
The first time they do it, we'll
I thought
see it
it
on
was gonna
camera.
happen right
yeah,
now.
for sure. There's no doubt in my mind now.
I thought
'cause
the
even
voice.
the way
I
he's
even
looking
said
at
it. I even said it when we were
So
watching.
you don't think that it could have been her that he was fucking during the?
Maybe, but
Well,
I don't
3
think they've
years
done it
ago
yet.
she
Yeah.
would have been a little.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
no way.
That's young. That's weird
That's
stuff.
too young. Yeah, that's it.
Come on, man. This is not that
I
kind
forget.
of website.
I forget about the 3
The
years.
3-year gap. Yeah,
Yeah.
that when that happened.
Okay, stay on
Oh,
topic.
if Big
then.
Al had, if Big Al
No.
abided by the 3-year gap.
I don't even know.
anyways,
that doesn't even mean anything.
I know. So Garvey woke up, and what did he do after that?
Well, when the white shirts
Couldn't find
were-
his shirts.
Yeah, when the white shirts are missing, you automatically
There's
think
always
it's
something
the daughter.
fucking missing in this
Yeah.
show.
Like
They're
it's
always
the
looking
daughter.
for a certain object.
She's just constantly fucking with him.
Yeah, I think that she took them to the
Yeah.
dry cleaner.
That's when
I don't
she's like,
think the dry
"Oh, you
cleaner was
found your-"
fucking with
yeah.
them. I think it was her going, yeah, oh, so you did end up finding those
Yeah, right.
things
It's
that
like-
I was fucking with you about.
I was waiting for him to go in her room, and there's a whole stack of white shirts just sitting like on her back.
So you think the daughter did it?
Yeah,
you
she,
think his daughters took
She's
the.
constantly jerking him around, man.
I feel like, yeah, I don't know why, much like everybody else in this town
Dude,
is
like,
jerking him
seriously,
the
like,
fuck
The
around.
mayor has got to walk in.
It has to, though, for us to care about
Like,
this guy.
The mayor. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. The mayor does not. like they may be above station as far as a police officer goes, but they don't walk into the police station and start fucking belting out orders, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works.
No.
I know she threw him under the bus big
for
time.
some reason, it's like
But I'm
much like
talking about when she walked in the station when this was fairly early. They were talking about the murder, and he was
Yeah.
going about why he called the ATF. He was going over that checklist. The fat
Yeah.
guy was, and he was
Yeah.
cussing him out. And then the mayor walks in and just like lays the smack down. What the fuck, dude? Like that's
Yeah.
that's not how it works.
Because it
he's
feels
the chief
like-
of fucking police. That dude would be fucking afraid for his job, don't you think?
not in this world. I was thinking it the whole episode. As crazy of a world as Game of Thrones is, I understand that world. I don't understand this world yet.
No,
I
me
still
either,
can't.
I
I
guess.
can't get a grip on it. But fuck, I lost what I was going to say about that guy or about her coming in.
She threw him under the bus because it's like she set him up.
No,
because she had his back, and then all of a sudden she's like,
I don't
it's
know.
a meeting because
No, we're not
hold
talking
on.
about the meeting. We're talking about when when they were in the police
at the
station,
beginning when they were with Detective
And
Devato.
the guy said that he had called the.
the ATF.
yeah.
And she came in and told him that he fucked up or whatever. Like you said, she had his back. But that's what I'm just getting at. It's like, why would she be there?
She probably wants to sleep with him, just like every
I
other
don't,
woman in the town.
Is it like one little town hall?
His
Like,
credibility
they're
is
all,
is lost in. They probably lost faith in the police department the same way they did in religion. It feels like the same kind of thing where like the pastor is a figurehead that nobody respects anymore or buys into, and I feel like that's how they view Garvey. That's how the chief is viewed as
Yeah, but
somebody
his
who's
subordinate. I mean, his
Yeah.
subordinates.
because for some reason he has garnered that little respect.
Yeah, he's just
we
a
have to
joke.
find something out.
Yeah.
There has to be a reveal about this guy that we don't know yet.
And it's his dad's crazy, and his dad went
Well, but
insane.
people know
and,
that.
and that's how he got the job, though. So that's where the lack
Yeah,
of
but-
respect comes from.
But that's not instantly lack of respect. You could be respected if you come in and do a good job, and it doesn't
probably
feel
not.
like he's doing a shitty job.
I mean, I feel like he's trying
Yeah.
to do
I
his.
feel like he's a
the things that are
womanizing
supposed to be done.
alcoholic.
so that should make you like him more because you could
Well,
Who is he?
relate.
Who
Just
is he?
'cause I
Wait a minute.
relate
He
doesn't mean I
hasn't-
have to like him.
Besides the one lady that
And I
he was
am
fucking.
not an alcoholic.
Besides the one lady that he
He
was
said
fucking.
multiple chicks. I feel like when he admitted to it.
No,
When
he
he
said,
was talking to
he said
Nora?
I
No.
cheated on my wife. She said,
They
why? And he
preluded.
said,
Oh, if you're looking,
is
for
there a good answer to
yeah.
that question? And she said, I think I just found one.
Yeah.
That's all they said about it. Well,
Said the chick that wants
but I'm
to
saying
do
the
it.
only woman we've seen him with is the one that we see on that flash when he was asked what he was doing that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was fucking that whoever that was. We don't know if it was Lori or another woman yet. We haven't determined that yet.
Yeah.
But he
Did
said he
you
cheated on
think-
his wife.
Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off, but did you think she was gonna agree with him?
Who?
The head of the GNR.
GR. Stop calling them Guns N' Roses. They're
You gotta
not
let me-
fucking Guns N'
right.
Roses. It's GRs.
Because aren't you guys
Guilty
didn't
remnants.
that happen? Didn't that happen before the mayor busted in the office? Is that he met them out in the woods? Or no, that's when she came and got him, right? I'm sorry.
She came and got him from the house.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, did she?
She came and got him at his house.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought she
knocked
came
on the
and got
door.
him with
Which he's always been approaching her so far. So
Yeah.
it was weird seeing somebody give him any kind of respect where she probably, I don't know why she went to him instead of anybody else.
Because he's the chief of fucking police.
Yeah, but you would think that means something here, and it doesn't.
He's
clearly.
the only. Yeah, but he's the only one that actually
It
cares
means something to
about
me,
that.
goddammit. I feel bad for him.
Chief of police, damn it, it means something to me.
He's the chief of police. I just don't understand why he had to like reach over the desk like a little kid trying to snatch that paper out of that guy's hand. Like, right, like he's garnered that little respect. Like we have to find out what happened. Like I just don't.
He's getting the
We got to
religious
find out
treatment.
what happened.
Yeah.
Because nobody gives a fuck about that, and nobody cares about this chief other than they act like he's such a bother. And that bothers me so much because I can't figure it out.
I think probably maybe it has something to do with the fact that the guilty remnant busted in everybody's houses too and stole their pictures and all that shit.
Well, yeah, nobody
What, like
likes
that
him,
he
man.
doesn't have any
Like that
clout
he
because
couldn't-
he's not holding shit back. He can't keep anything under control.
He can't keep it from happening.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's possible, I guess.
And that's what drove these people to. I had this whole elaborate thought during that meeting too. That's what drove these people to do this. And then she set him up in front of that meeting or whatever for failure.
Well, yeah, she did.
You know what I'm
she
saying? Because
just,
they all voted that thing down or whatever.
So fat. It was an angry.
Oh my God,
mob.
the way that she.
They just in that whole meeting just made everybody angrier at the guilty remnant.
Yeah.
Well,
and
yeah,
then
and-
Agent Kalani stands up.
Who?
That wasn't AJ.
We don't know that yet. We can't say that with any.
She was saying that on the record. It was like, so if you look back on the notes from the meeting, like those douchey cheerleading people we're talking about, the notes from the meetings that they have, the notes in the meeting would say that she agreed with the chief of police and she backed him up. But then, it was everybody else who decided against it.
Exactly.
But they knew that she was just doing that, and like I feel like that's happened a million times because I would like an eye roll count for this episode from Garvey because he rolled his eyes a lot of times at a bunch of different things that were happening. When his daughter wouldn't wake up, when every time he would just roll his eyes. The thing with the shirts. Because he went there next, didn't he?
He was having a rough day.
I mean,
Officer Mustard.
Because he went with them, and then where did he go after that?
Mustard Stain.
Yeah, Mustard Stain. And then the guy behind him was Extra Starch.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Extra Starch, picking up or dropping off? We should open a dry cleaner.
You can't just want to do everything that you see.
Right. Yeah, that's not a thing, dude. You can't
It is
just
so
do
a
that.
thing.
You can't just take a career path based on...
That was another thing that bugged me about the episode, though, was the long line of the dry cleaners. Bullshit. That doesn't happen anymore.
No?
No.
Why?
Because it's just not that big of a business anymore. People
Really?
can do that shit at home.
You have a home dry cleaning set? Okay,
You
no,
can.
they would not. Well,
People just don't do it anymore. They just don't. It's not like there's not a line at the dry cleaner. I don't think. Not at a small town place like that.
Okay, maybe not in a small town. In a city,
Maybe
yeah.
in a city block. Yeah, okay.
Fair enough.
But not like we're there.
You caught them at rush time.
They're in Mapleton, New York. I mean, like,
is that what
it's
it is?
supposed to
Is
be
it
like
New
a,
York?
it
This is
seems
the
like a
first time
very
they-
small town thing.
They've said Mapleton.
That was the only
before.
explanation
But not
I
New
could
York
come up.
before, right?
Yeah, it's Mapleton, New York. There's the
No,
only
they said that
explanation
yeah.
I could come up with her being throwing her clout around the police station is that it's such a small town thing that their whole little municipal building is in one place.
Yeah.
The police station, the court, and all that shit is all in one place. And she just walks in on their little conversation and just fucking.
Well, she gets that clout because people probably give it to her. For whatever reason, they don't respect him, so they're not going to show him the respect, and they will to her because she's playing the game or whatever. I don't
guess
get it.
supposedly she is playing.
Like I said,
the game.
I don't understand this world.
Yeah, that's strange. It is a strange
I
thing.
don't quite understand people's motivations. You think you do because it's like, okay, well, they lost someone or they didn't lose someone, but their person is decided to become a guilty remnant or what.
So did we feel like this was like Lori's episode?
Not really.
No.
I felt more like it was her episode. Well, no, I guess not.
The show seems to be based around the Garvey family, I think.
Well, obviously
no,
they're the main
obviously.
characters.
Yeah.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
No problem.
What the fuck is
Jesus
that?
Christ.
Napleton, New York is not a real
I
place,
mean,
by the way.
Mapleton?
Napleton.
No, Mapleton.
Mapleton.
With an M.
Mapleton?
Yeah. Mapleton. Just making shit up over here. He doesn't pay. He almost pays attention to things.
All right.
He's like 35% listening right now.
Okay. Awkward pause and moving on.
Yeah, so where did we go after that? After the dry cleaner, which of course he got treated like Larry David. You know,
Right.
the guy just being an asshole to him, an unreasonable asshole. Like, what the fuck?
But you can't look right. Speaking
It's
a
the
different
chief
language.
of police.
Right. Right.
God.
Again, the chief of fucking police. I can't say it often enough.
Yeah. Would it have been any different if he was the mayor? And I don't mean this mayor. I mean if he had been the mayor in this story.
But,
It
I
would
mean,
be
like,
just as disrespectful.
I think they would be. But
Because
what-
who would be helping him? Because the mother, or the girl comes in like the mom. The mayor comes in like the mother. And it's funny that she's kind of fucking the dad because she's acting like Garvey's mom, humoring him in public and just saying the things to kind of to placate him in front of people and make him feel like a big boy.
Hold on, wait a second. I have an answer.
Go on.
Mapleton, New York is an administrative district in the town of Pendleton, New York, in Niagara County. So that's why, like, he's saying, like, it has this super small town feel because it is a super small town. It's a small town within a smaller town.
No, it's not a small town within a smaller town. The external town cannot be smaller.
It's a
You
small town in
dumbass.
a bigger town. Well,
Yeah,
fair enough.
The physics of that sentence do not work.
But that's why it is. It's just a tiny district, even. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so
Right.
maybe it is just that street.
Maybe it's
in
a small
yeah.
town inside of a small district. We get it. But,
inside of
yeah,
a smaller
a
district.
small
than the
town cannot fit
original
inside of a
town.
smaller town. It does not work that way.
You can't prove that.
Matter compression
When you
equals
show
MC
me a theory.
squared.
Show
Equals
me a
MC
theory.
squared.
Show me a formula.
I don't know.
I just did.
This is not a
No.
physics. This is not a physics.
Write it
podcast.
out. Show it to me. You can't just say
Yeah,
equals
see, I
MC
mean,
squared.
it's hard without having just like even if I just had what the next scene was.
That was weird.
That would be so much easier to be able to go through this. I mean, it is still fresh, but each scene has its own tangents and different questions that it opens up.
Did you think it was going religiously at first? Like, because by the end of it, I felt like it was going religiously. But at the beginning of it, I didn't feel like it started to get
You mean the
religion
episode in
yeah.
itself?
Yeah, I didn't think it started to until he brought the priest in. Because, like, I didn't think he would call the priest in for questioning.
Me either.
It's exhausting sometimes. You love the religious
mean?
aspect of the show, but what are you talking
Because that's all
about?
it is. Because that's
It's
what
not
Damon
all that
Lindelof
it
does.
is.
It's all metaphors and religion, guy. It really is.
It's absolutely not all
It
religion.
is. It's going to be. Fair enough.
You
So
think
then-
this show is going to end
I
up...
mean, it is kind of a struggle with religion. Like the show
Yeah,
has a
it's
lot
all
to
about
do with
religion
that.
and
you know what I'm
belief,
saying?
'cause religion
Maybe not
is just
necessarily
believing in
like
something.
hardcore beliefs.
Maybe that's
but
Yeah.
science
I'm
versus
talking
faith.
about exactly. It's almost the same thing.
Well-
like it's what happened.
And
How
that's
do
a
we
better
explain
term
this,
for it.
right?
It's more. The show is more about faith than it is actually about religion. I
It's
think.
about lack of faith in this
Right.
sense.
faith. Faith and their lack of. Yeah, I mean, it goes
Right.
both ways.
I mean, I really thought like the priest there was doing something. I mean, come on, where are we at? I'm jumping all over the episode here. The priest was doing something nice for them when he stood outside the house. But then
Oh, I don't. If anybody else wants to jump in on where we are in
I
the
can't
episode,
remember.
We
as like
got
far as
past
like
the-
timeline goes, we were like
We're
at the
at the
dry
team
cleaners.
meeting. Yeah, we're past the town meeting, aren't we?
Sure. What's after the town meeting then?
They go out to breakfast. I thought for sure she was gonna crack and talk.
No, they didn't
The
go out
two-
to breakfast
she and
then
ours.
because she had to give her. She gave her the hotel room and tappy.
Yeah, I'm
She
sorry.
gave her the hotel room and then she let her sleep and she slept till 2:30 in the afternoon
Yeah.
and then wakes up to clothes and a note and it was like, wait a minute. So the Patty, is that her name?
Yeah, right. So how would
That's
she
Patty-
know how to be sitting there eating right at that moment for her to come down?
She said it's all
In the
day
middle of-
breakfast. So she had just been there since
Her fat ass was just sitting there fucking eating all day. I get
she's
it.
just been shoveling it in since
Sorry.
10 a.m.
that was
A fat joke?
That was
Yeah,
derogatory
it
towards
was
overweight
towards-
people of America, which
and
is all
towards
of
the
them.
people who carry the disease of obesity.
Yes.
Keep going. I'm sorry.
Well, thankfully, we have not spread it to Ethiopia yet. That would be a travesty if obesity was caught over there. Yeah, so she's sitting there eating, and Lori gets dressed and looks semi-normal and comes down. And, I mean, she took a bath. It looked like for a second... I keep feeling like they're teasing us every time with her, that she's going to finally break out of this funk and be done with this crap and go back to her husband or whatever. I know she asked for a divorce last time, but
Yeah.
do you not still have that hope that she's going to come back and reunite their family?
Well, I think this episode was the seizing of that hope. I mean, that's it. You know, she's not coming back now. Like
when
this
she
was
didn't
it.
speak at the table,
Yeah.
I think that
She
was a
could've
sign
spoke.
of her like just being totally.
Yeah.
See, and I
think
thought
about
she
it.
was getting upgraded to the other chick's
She was
role.
getting. Yeah, but who knows what? I didn't
That
see
doesn't
that
mean it.
other chick
She's
was
been, like, the
I
number
think
two
they've
the whole
just been
time.
showing her face, but I didn't
Yeah.
necessarily get the fact that she was like the number two. I didn't.
No,
really,
they're just showing her
I
because
didn't
they were
really
going to
get
kill her
that.
off.
No.
From what we watched, I didn't get the fact that she was like the second most important person.
Yeah.
I think she was just another person. She was
Okay.
just recognizable because they kept showing things happening to her. Like she got the paint thrown on her. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
and then the rock in the face. Didn't she get hit with the rock too?
No, I don't think that was
No,
her.
that wasn't her. That was someone else.
That was
And
it.
okay, why didn't he mention that that he saw the Jeep? Like that's a clue. Is that not a clue? If Matt had told Garvey that the rock was thrown by somebody in a Jeep.
Well, maybe we
How
see
many
the Jeep
Jeeps
again.
are there in this town? You know what I mean? Like if it's this small, well, that's a huge
And you know,
clue.
chances are the person that did that had something to do with the
Exactly.
rocking. Right.
So that's another
Maybe
branch.
You know what? If you think about the lights that were in the background during that scene, it could have been the lights of like a Jeep. They were like up above,
Yeah.
like on the top rail of a Jeep.
Mapleton, New
Okay.
York has the highest Jeep per person ratio.
Will you shut the fuck up?
God damn it. Really?
That was good though. That was
Well,
good.
We need to just make up facts throughout the episode, and we'll let some go, and
It's in the books now. That's it. It's a highest
Mapleton
G
has
per
the highest
capita.
G per capita.
That doesn't even make any sense.
That's how I would say. Anyways, look.
Did we get any stuff with Jill this episode? Jill and her friend, or was it just incidental?
It was just glimpses
Just
of
the
them
sexual tension between the
her
friend
coming
and
out in
the
her
dad.
underwear.
Yeah, that was hot. I mean,
She's like 12.
She was
Miguel.
bonier
they're
than I
seniors
thought
in,
she
like,
was.
They're like seniors in high school that are going away to college.
Okay, that's still too young.
Yeah.
18 is
How
why
old
it's
are
fine.
you?
Me? I'll be
35.
Right.
I'm 34
yeah,
and a half.
dude, that's way. Yeah, yeah.
It's
I'm sorry.
too-
If there's a
No,
teen,
man.
if there's a teen in the age, it's too young, bro.
I go 19.
Nope.
I go 19 to 49.
Gotta be at least 20,
No,
bro.
19
at least
to
okay, no,
49.
fuck that. At least 21. You got if you're dating young girls, they gotta be at least 21.
if
you
they-
gotta be at least taking.
Girls
You gotta at least be
mature
able to
faster than guys.
You gotta at
Girls
least
mature faster than
Yeah,
guys.
but they can't drink faster than guys. You gotta at least be able to take them to the bar, man.
Why do I have to take
Because,
them to the
Because
bar?
they
that's-
deserve
that's
to
the-
be able to numb the pain.
Because that's what they're.
so.
Trust me, they're there for the
Back
pain.
to the
God.
episode.
Right, now let's get back to the episode, right? Because I don't have much time left here, people. We gotta.
Oh, he's back to doing his video game podcasting voice. He's calling us people again.
Why? I didn't think
know.
it was
It was so
referring to me
bad.
when
It
he
was
said
so
people.
bad. I think I got pissed off at one point, and I was like, "Fuck this!" and I just shut the whole thing off.
Okay, so wait
it
a
was
second.
terrible.
Stop. Lori ate the breakfast, right? She did eat all of her breakfast.
What
We didn't
does that
see
mean?
that happen, but like she ordered her some breakfast. It looked like she had ate.
I
I
thought
was
that
wondering-
she spoke.
I thought she
honestly
was gonna
she-
cry.
no,
Correct, dude.
we have not heard Lori's voice yet. That's
Nope.
why I was waiting for her to say something, and she didn't speak.
I keep thinking, man, what a gig to not have to speak.
That's what I was thinking the whole time. Like I was like, man, that's why I knew she wasn't
It's an
going to
amazing
talk.
role.
Yeah, they're not going to let her talk, man.
I
forever.
guess okay.
Or what if at the
or
end
you
of
can look at it another way and saying that it takes some pretty talent to
just do it with emotion,
act
yeah.
and show that emotion and be able to convey the things that they're feeling with just facial expressions.
Oh, I
mean,
can do that.
That's pretty good. I mean,
I keep thinking, I keep having a theory that she is going to eventually break away from the guilty remnants, that Lori is. And like I just imagine, okay,
Not
like
now, and not after this
Okay,
episode.
no, I mean,
But
Yeah.
but I keep thinking, okay, so the whole first season she's going to be with them, and then the second season is going to be her kind of trying to patch it up with her family or something. Like for some reason, I feel like she's not going to be with them forever, and maybe they're just teasing me, and she's always going to stay. But
Have
I
they
keep
picked it
getting the
up?
vibe.
do you know that it's coming back for season 2?
I believe so. I believe it got picked up for season 2 before season 1 even aired.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good.
Like HBO saw it, and I
she
could be
doesn't
wrong
talk.
on that.
She does not talk till the series finale. You heard it here first. She doesn't speak a word until the series
we
finale,
didn't get
if
anything
she ever
with,
does.
the son.
Yep.
No, we got nothing
No,
with
it was
Tom
very
this week.
That's
the-
Garvey-centric, man.
The creepy. Well, the last few episodes have been the creepy Wayne side story hasn't really gotten
Horny
a lot of
Wayne.
play. Horny Wayne.
Harry Wayne.
Harry
Hey,
Wayne?
he's
No,
not-
he's pretty hairless.
He's bald.
Yeah.
Oh.
And his
Shout out to Michael Jordan
pecs.
for making
I mean, his
bald
hairless
cool.
pecs, obviously. Who? To
Michael
make
Jordan, if it wasn't for I want to say this real quick. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan making the shave your head and wax it cool back in '85, all these guys running around that do that and shave their head now, a la like your Vic Mackeys or average guy at the gas station that all got the horseshoe that just waxed their head, they need to like thank Michael Jordan for making bald cool. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, so then afterwards, Garvey goes to. Where did Garvey go after all that?
After all, what?
I don't know. I was just
I'm
bluffing.
fucking done now. I don't
Well,
know
that
what
was-
to- I'm fucking want to quit the episode.
Where,
after
I
that
know, right?
bullshit.
Where is the rest of the? Where? What the hell happens in the rest of the episode? Up
He
to.
takes them to go see the body.
Oh,
He
right.
takes Matt to go see the body.
And then finds out that she was gone.
body's gone,
That
and
the
that's
ATF agent took
yeah.
it.
Okay. Yeah, and then he gets all pissed off and leaves him the nasty voicemail, and then the guy calls back at some point relatively quickly after that. But
Well, it was when he was trying to, dude.
Set the
I've
alarm.
had the same exact thing happen to me at your parents' house.
What?
When I was trying to hit the alarm. When I was getting in the house and the alarm was going off, and I'm going, "Fuck!"
Wow, that was loud, man. Come on.
Sorry. I burst the mic, but dude, like, it's the same exact thing happened to me. That's why I laughed during that scene when he was like yelling at the.
see, and
the
again,
keypad.
Jill,
I was
that's
cracking
Jill.
up.
That's
Jill is
Jill.
fucking with him.
She's
You
jerking
think
with
she
him.
is. She's
Yep.
fucking with him.
Well,
Okay,
but-
I see that now.
But wait
Okay.
a minute, she couldn't be, because if he knew the code and just had been hitting it wrong, I thought she changed it.
No,
she
but
didn't.
she
If he,
set the alarm because she knew he wasn't going to be expecting it.
oh, okay. So she was fucking with him by
But
leaving
he
it
had been
off and
telling
then
her.
by leaving
he
it
had been
on.
telling her to leave it on, and she did what he asked.
Come on, let's face it. This guy tells his daughter to do stuff.
She's
and
probably
she
not
does
gonna do it.
Yeah, she's not doing it.
I mean,
Like I'm serious.
well, that was clear the
she's
first
gonna have
episode. He
a-
told her not to go to the Heroes Day,
Yeah.
and she was at the Heroes Day.
She's gonna have just a drawer full of white shirts by the end of the episode. She's gonna steal all his white shirts. I can see that.
But that's not what happened.
But yeah, what are you talking about?
No, they weren't. Those weren't his shirts at the dry cleaning.
Now that was another question I was going to have when we got
that
to
guy
that.
was giving. He's
was
like,
he just scared shitless and just handing in whatever fucking white shirts
I got
he
white
could find?
shirts. Yeah,
or were
you
those
want white
actually
shirts?
his white shirts? Because he went to the computer and click and look.
Yeah.
So did he just go there and look for white shirts and find
No.
them, or did he go there and find his actual white shirts?
No, he was just spinning the wheel looking for random.
I
white
think
shirts.
that his daughter took them. And this is just my theory. I think that she took them and dropped them off at the dry cleaner, and just didn't care about getting the tickets, or threw them away with glee, and just left them there, but not under her name, not
Just
under
knew
any
that
name.
he
Just
knew
dropped
that
them.
would fuck him up.
Yeah, just to fuck with him, just like everybody else does, and just like she does repeatedly with the baby Jesus,
Yeah,
with the fucking
Heroes Day thing, her
Yeah.
showing up there and all that.
just everything she wants to, didn't
think
want to ride to
it's-
school. All the shit is just
But
being
he
difficult.
seems to want to be do right by
She's
her.
big Alling him. She's doing stuff just to make his life harder.
Oh, get over it, guy.
Isn't she?
No, she's just fucking with him because she wants the attention. Like, I think she's going to stop now.
Oh, you think she's like a needy child who's
Yes.
missing her dad? I
Yeah,
don't
she's
think.
gonna. No, she's pissed off because she blames him. And when he cried at the end of the episode, I think she genuinely felt bad for him, and she's gonna stop fucking with him now.
You think so? I don't
Yeah.
know. I hope.
Do you
so,
think we're gonna
but-
get a flat out admission from her at some point in the show?
Yeah.
Where she's like talking to him, and she's like, "Yeah, Dad, I did all that stuff."
Oh, I don't think we'll ever get
You don't
that.
think
I
she'll
think
ever say
that'll
that?
be left
She's like,
ambiguous.
"Yeah, you know those white, the white shirts." Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, I totally
You don't
dropped
think-
those
you
off. I mean, if that was going to happen, she would have just done it now.
Do you think it's
No, I
possible
don't
she
know.
was part of the stoning party? That crossed my mind when, like, while they
I
were
think
doing
it's
it.
possible. However, I don't think she would, because she even bothered to get her mom that thing
Well,
that
that
later.
thing, I think she
And
was.
she
genuine-
cried.
when he showed up at the school and came into her classroom. Like she immediately thought something had happened to
Yeah.
her mom, and she's
That's a
like,
good
crying,
point,
like-
yeah, so she
I
wasn't
think
expecting
that She would have
anything, yeah.
been like, yeah.
Dude, as angry as you can be at a parent, that shit doesn't take away the emotion that you have for that parent still. And if you think something bad has happened to them, that's the emotional reset button.
Right.
You know, when
whatever
bad shit
anger
happens,
you might have towards that person, you find out something bad might have happened to him. That shit all goes away.
yeah, because it's like, oh fuck, they're
See,
gone, and
now,
I have
hold
no
on,
option.
Wait a second. What about fucking Agent Kalani throwing him under the bus at the meeting? At the town meeting, we didn't even talk about that. When that dude that shoots the dog with the dip, he
Stop
stands up.
calling
You
him
gotta,
that.
you gotta stop that because you're
What's his
confusing
name
the
then?
fuck out-
What's
we
his
don't
name?
know his name
Okay,
yet.
so let's call him Agent.
But that's not his
Kalani.
name. But that's
It
not.
is.
We don't
it's
know
gonna
that
be
that's-
him because in the
Okay,
phone
well that's
call,
a theory though. So
Okay, so but
theory.
you can't just
fine. Your
just
theory is that
move
that's gonna be
forward
the
as
guy.
if that's fact. Okay.
Would you
We
like to
still
call him?
can't decide
So if
whether
you're
or
gonna
not he
say
was.
okay, so then for our own amusement, when you say Agent Kalani and you're referring to the bald guy, please put some air quotes up there so we know who you're talking about. If you're talking about the
I'm
guy
just
on the
going to call
phone-
him Gray
So I
Anderson
went,
because that's what his name was in Jericho.
you know what, man? I want to say that during those previews or whatever, that stuff that we watched, that those few things we watched before the show actually came on,
Yeah.
that they said that dude's name already.
Yeah,
That they said his name.
I don't know. It feels
Because
like
I feel
they're
like they
leaving
gave
it
a brief description of him.
They're leaving it ambiguous.
Who?
Eh.
Jeremy Berkstein?
You know what though? It's a Damon Lindelof show. There's no way they'll get to his name. Don't worry about it.
Absolutely.
He's
There's
probably
no way they're
Man in
gonna
Gray.
there's no way they're gonna leave him nameless. Damn it, Big
Man.
Al, you didn't have to be so blatant with it. I was
What do you
trying to be
mean?
subtle about that.
Oh no, he's Man in Gray. That's
He's
it.
not Man in Gray.
He's Jacob's third brother.
He's not the brother. Anyways,
What if it's the father?
I love how he gets
Oh,
all
my-
mad about it, like he made Lost.
I know.
I know.
Like he was in on the creation of it. Like, no, that's not how it was.
Yes, that is incorrect, and you are wrong.
So the ice cream shop scene.
There's no ice cream shop.
All right, I was just testing you guys. I was just making sure we were still on track. So where are we at
I
now?
hate him.
I know. I told you. It's,
Why-
it's so
why?
easy to hate him. Did that
I
make
almost
it in
went
his
in his
pocket?
pocket. That almost went in his
I
pocket.
coulda used one of
That
those.
would have been pretty good.
After he talked to her, after he talked to Jill.
They all right, and then by then they're already.
He talked to Jill.
Neil. Who's Neil?
Oh yeah, she wrote Neil on the
What
bag.
was that all
It's
about?
And it
gotta be
was-
a husband or a son.
Of her?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, wasn't there somewhere along the line? Wasn't there a retarded kid in this show? No, am I thinking of a totally different show? I thought there was like a retarded kid for one of these people. No, okay, fine. I
I
watch
don't
too
think
many
so.
TV shows.
Well, you remember what she did with the bag, right?
She dropped
Yeah,
it on
she
the
put it on a
doorstep.
porch.
From somebody's porch. I honestly thought she was going to light it on fire and run.
I thought it was empty. It looked empty.
Like a bag of dog
No,
shit.
there was stuff in it. They looked full, man. It looked like it had some weight to it.
Really?
Well, yeah, because when she got up from the table, it was flat after
Yeah.
she had written on it.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And then
bro.
I don't know what she
It was
but you're
bulked
right,
up.
it had something in it.
Yeah.
And she was carrying, you could see the weight of it, and she dropped it on the ground, flop. I thought it was dog shit, and she was going to light it on fire and run away.
That would've
been
I don't-
fantastic.
I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my mind, but I really thought that
Yeah.
that's what she was going to do.
What do you think about the free day? The concept of the free day?
I think it's a cop out. I
I
thought that
agree-
the whole fucking scene was a cop out. I was like, this is a way for them to cop out of them not speaking.
But it was to show Lori's faith. That like
I get it
she
after
didn't-
the scene,
yeah.
but like when they were sitting there talking at first, I was like, what a fucking cop out. Is
Yeah.
my
Well,
first thought I had, I guess.
I mean, not even just a cop out. The fact that they would go against everything that they believe in.
I mean, the writer, but see, we
Just
don't
to have
know
an
what-
off day, because that makes it sound like what they're doing is knowingly work that they don't enjoy and they're getting nothing from. So to take an off, by the very nature of taking a vacation day,
There's more over
Yeah.
what I mean, besides them just buying up buildings and painting them white. There's some overall.
I know there's got to be
plan
something else
Jesus
going
is
on.
coming
where
down
they
from the
take
clouds.
over something, or they take over the town, or some shit like that.
But it's not like they're going to then start talking. It feels like they
No,
want
you're
to
right.
be able to talk. When she was talking and Patty was talking, it felt like she was enjoying talking. You know what I mean? Just at
Well,
a
it felt
base
like-
level, she really liked it. It felt like I wish I could do this all the time.
Well, and another thing is about the food and the way the whole because they don't eat that shit.
Oh, yeah, that's right,
They
they
eat the
eat-
fucking slop or whatever sustenance. Remember the
Yep.
sign?
Yeah, and she
that's
had
all
a
they eat
nice
is that type
hotel
of stuff.
room,
She had a
man,
nice
and all
hotel
kinds-
room.
that's what I mean, like-
they wore regular clothes.
Yeah.
They
I think I get it
Well, she
because-
did, and she ate the good breakfast and said, "This is fucking good."
Yeah, but
you
they
know?
shouldn't want to if that's what their whole
It's
faith
not,
is
she should-
about.
It's the same thing like with Tony, man. She had a legitimate panic attack. Like, what's her? I don't know what the eldest GNR lady's name is. I don't
Patty.
know. Patty. She like doesn't want Lori to crack and doesn't want Lori to go home. So
I mean,
she was
if
giving
you,
him.
If you just ignore him, then he'll stop.
He'll
doing it.
always say
Yeah.
GNR.
Oh, I'm gonna say it forever. I mean,
It's
it doesn't matter if you
ridiculous.
acknowledge it or not.
It's-
But she was trying not to
Guilty
let her crack.
and
She was-
remnants. Guilty.
She was trying to because
remnants.
she doesn't want. She needs her to like support in the whole group, so she's just giving her a free day. She was giving her a chance.
Yeah, but-
and Lori, testament to Lori, because she did the same
You
thing
know
as
what,
the chick
though?
that got stoned did, and she didn't talk. And Patty was
To be clear,
crying
she
at
wasn't
the end.
smoking a joint.
No, but Patty was crying at the end because what's her face? Lori did miss that opportunity. Like Lori should have talked then. She won't the whole series till the series finale. Like
You
I
think
said.
that she was feeling for Lori when she was crying?
I think she was.
No, she
missing.
doesn't want her to cry.
I think she was crying about the lady that got killed.
Yeah, and she's like, what's her
No.
face missed this opportunity and never spoke again.
But I think again,
you might die.
Oh,
What we do is hard.
What you're saying
Here's
then
your
is
chance.
that what you're saying is that you think she felt for Lori because she felt for the other girl who didn't take it
not
either.
At all.
I don't.
No, I think she genuinely feels for Lori, and she was trying to share the story that hey, when her son died, you just needed a release. You needed to cry. I gave her an opportunity. She stayed devout like her faith, like we all are, but she never said anything, and then she died. So if you want to, here's your chance to talk
Yeah,
again.
but so it was related to the
it
girl
was
who
related,
died.
yeah,
That's-
but she wasn't feeling for anybody. She was genuinely feeling for Lori, I think, because deep down inside they are human. They're not robots. Man.
Yeah, but why are they?
They're not transcendent.
What is their? I don't get why. If this is so important to them, if being a guilty remnant and doing the smoking thing and the not talking thing and the wearing white and all of the things that they do, if that's what they believe in, then they shouldn't want a day off.
I agree.
It seems contrary
Like a
to
cop
the
out.
entire
don't.
Like, that's
thing.
why I had
And
the
Patty
feeling of
offers
cop
it to him twice now. We've heard that she's offered him days off, and neither of them are taking
Now,
it.
see, another thing is Patty the one that started this whole fucking
That's
thing?
what another. She
Did
seems
she
like
make
she's
up
the, boss,
the rules?
man.
The rules,
I don't
whatever
know,
rules
yeah.
we might have?
Why did everybody stop talking?
Because that's a transformer. I mean, what do you do when
You were bringing
Transformers
up stuff
pop
on the screen.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
you
I
gave,
was
like, a
texting
weird,
Lena. That's
well,
all.
you gave a weird look at the screen.
Oh.
Like everybody just turned their heads and looked at the screen.
And I feel like Lori was getting ready to talk when she cut the music. Had she not cut the music and maybe they drive off down the road a little bit, Lori might have talked.
I don't think she was going to. I think.
don't know, man. I thought she was getting ready to
What do you
break.
mean? Like when?
I
In the
think
van
she
after
feels.
they dropped off the package to Neil.
I feel like she
See,
was
I think
thinking.
at that point they were that opportunity was already gone because they were back in white.
Yeah, but the music was still playing. The music shutting off was symbolic and metaphoric.
Because she turned it on when the whole trip started. Normally, they
I
probably
see.
would have
So at
driven
that,
without
but see,
music.
okay, so right after that, she turned off the music.
I feel like
Yeah,
Lori
when she-
thought
that's
that
it,
was
they're done.
Saying
cheating.
she was gonna.
Yeah.
I think she felt it was
I
cheating.
think Lori thought it was a
the way
cop
I'm
out.
looking at it.
Right.
I think she's
she was
going,
sitting here
"What the
looking at her
fuck?
like, "What the fuck? You're sitting here eating this shit and like." but
Why
I-
would you want to do this?
Right.
This goes against everything you've taught me. Because it seems like Patty has been the leader, and obviously is. So, yeah, it feels like a betrayal
Yeah.
to the whole cult to begin with. I know
So
they're
then
not
they
a cult.
come back and Matt's got the prayer set up for him, right?
They come home and Meg is smoking a cigarette and all in white
all
and
white.
picks up a
No,
notepad.
that's when Garvey calls a meeting with all
the
of
whistles.
them.
The whistles.
And they all come in there, and that was just one more example of everybody disrespecting him. Nobody gave a fuck what he
He
said.
was saying he gave him the bucket of whistles.
And they walked away,
Yeah.
and they just dispersed. Like, he rolled his eyes again.
And Lori and Patty were not there for that.
Correct.
No, they were not. They were.
They were doing their own
They
thing.
were
That's
still out
when
in
she
their
goes.
what
He goes,
do you call
"Where's
it?
my wife?"
Sabbatical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's my wife? I don't know.
She's not your wife. Yeah, when did Meg become such a bitch? Oh my god, the time when the girl, the
What are you
guy
playing
walked
Family
out.
Guy now? Sorry.
The time
So
when
wait,
the
he
guy
never-
walked
we never saw-
outside and was throwing garbage away and goes, "Ah, you fucking cunts."
Oh, towards the beginning, that was good. That was right before she got snatched up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That
we
was
never
everything-
even discussed
I think
that.
that
we
was the
we
cold
breezed
open.
through all that.
The
We
cold
went
open
straight to the
stuff.
stone,
that was them
man.
walk. Yeah, that was that whole scene. Was
Stoned
they
is the
walked
way
up
to
to the
walk.
garbage?
But
they
see,
were-
you missed stuff.
She
when
like
you don't.
asked her. I bet she asked her if she needed cigarettes
Yeah.
on the notepad. You need cigarettes, and she nodded yes, and then went and stood over there by the thing and got black bagged and shit or whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it.
Gagged and
gloved.
bagged, buddy.
Yeah, but it was the next day.
I really thought they were gonna.
They were
go,
walking
like,
around, and the guy was throwing his garbage out, and then because it was sunny out,
But I think that was them. Like,
she got
they
taken at night, or was that before it?
I think it was before that.
Oh,
I think that
okay,
was
I
like the
see.
very first, like one of the very first scenes that it showed them kind of like going through their whole little routine throughout that day. They
I
were
see.
walking and standing in front of people. They were doing their thing, throughout that day. And we saw him do that. Then it went into the nighttime when they were walking up to that gas
I hope we
station or
find out
whatever.
that Patty doesn't really believe this stuff.
I hope Patty's like David Koresh.
Or she's taking it to a point to where she feels she's above it all.
Well, maybe
she's above
she
the
started,
rules.
Oh,
she
okay.
started
Like,
out
she started the
believing
rules,
it, and then
and now
once you get the
she's-
power, you get the money. You know, you take yourself
What
a
money?
personal day. What do you mean? What
Take
money?
yourself-
They're buying the shit up all over, man.
135 grand they spent on the fucking.
They
church.
said that, man. They said
got
you
money.
guys
They're
are buying
organized.
up houses. You guys
Buying
are
up
buying
houses,
up land.
right? Yeah.
Now
Already said that
they don't do traditional work that we've seen yet.
shit. No,
right?
how do they get their income? Have we figured that out yet? Have
Like they
said?
don't. When we saw, all they do is they get lists of people and things like that. But and then they take their possessions. So maybe along that way they're getting their money. Maybe they're recruiting people and getting
Well,
their
I mean,
savings.
right.
And
When these people join them, they probably bring in their finances or whatever.
it's very possible. I mean, obviously it has to be monetary. There's got to be money
if you think about
involved.
it, there's not any, not everybody has like a bunch of money in savings.
Church is,
And then they
church
could
is a
just-
scam, dude. Come on.
But I was going to say they're not church, but they did just buy a church. So
Yeah.
well,
Any
and they
organized
painted it
religion.
white. I
come
want to
on.
see that.
You go
The
to
white
church,
church.
the
The
first
whole
thing
white
they do
church
is they
painted.
pass around the collection plate.
I might
man.
go if it's all white. I mean,
You would.
wow, that sounded racist. I did not mean that like that. Well, I'll go if it's
God.
all white.
Painted. If it's painted
If
all
it's
white.
painted all white.
Speaking of racist, I heard
Right.
you say Tony Van Doring was going to be on the Joel Henderson show this Wednesday.
Possibly. It should be Tony and
3 in a row?
Three
AB.
segues.
Oh, 3 segues?
That's my third great segue today. Don't
What
worry,
are
I'm
you
keeping
segueing
track.
into though.
Yeah, what do you
I'm
say?
just
We're
throwing-
still doing the Leftovers
We're not
podcast.
talking
Oh,
about.
I thought it
Tony.
was left over.
Oh, I hate you.
Yeah, right?
I super hate you.
Oh, you
get
super
it.
duper hate me?
No, you ever seen the Lego
Do double
movie?
dog hate me or double dog or
The-
triple dog hate
The
me?
Lego movie where the Green Lantern Lego guy was trying to suck up to Superman and shit.
I
Do
know.
we have any predictions for
What?
where this show is
My
going?
arms are stuck. Now my legs are stuck. I super hate you.
think it's the rapture guy. I think Jesus
No,
is coming
what-
out of the clouds.
No.
Any soon predictions, not long term. I don't want end game predictions. What do you think's happening next?
I think Lori dies before the end of the season.
That would be a good twist. That would be nice.
I think something similar
okay.
happens to her
Oh, with the stoning.
to send Garvey into fucking full
when they were
mode.
first sitting out there,
Because
and
he's
she was
going,
talking.
he's fucking hinting at it the
He's
whole time. He's
insane.
going primal, dude.
Yeah.
Banging on the fucking door all crazy. You know,
That's what's gonna
That
happen.
was a
You
scene
know
we
what?
didn't talk about. Him going to get actually finding the shirts, but the way he acquired them by fucking scaring the shit out of that fucking.
And you
guy.
say primal,
Banging
and
on-
that's what's going to end up how he's going to end up
I'm
banging
saying
the
the
daughter's
dude-
friend.
the
It's going to
dude-
be a drunk primal rage, and he's going to probably fucking rape her on the kitchen counter or some shit.
I don't know. I think she's gonna be into it.
Well,
But,
obviously she's into it.
But what I'm saying, like the dorky kid said it in the first episode.
What?
About the dogs.
Oh.
They just all went primal. You know, they saw
ones
some-
that seen
the
it.
one that saw it. They all
So
gone
he's gone
primal.
feral,
He
too?
said-
There's
he
something
said
wrong
that's-
with him?
That's what's
See?
happening. That's
He
what's
was-
happening to us. It's just taking longer.
I bet he did witness it, guy. Like, I bet the chick he was banging disappeared. And that's why he's going insane. And
Dude,
going
I mean,
primal.
I still think that's what happened.
Wait
Right?
a minute.
Like,
Wait a
that's
minute.
gotta be it,
Okay, stop
man.
for a second because something you said makes sense because and I have to point that out.
We already know. You're not pointing out anything nobody already knows.
I'm pointing it out because when he was talking to Gray Anderson, the dude with the truck, the
Got it.
dog killing guy, he said, somewhere along the lines, they said that those animals went crazy because they saw their owners
Yeah,
disappear.
that's
Right.
what we just said. Yeah.
Well, I
Right.
mean, that's the conclusion we got to, but that dot wasn't connected there. That the dogs went crazy. The dogs that are now feral were that way because they literally were in the presence of their owners.
And that's what's slowly happening to.
But that's what do you mean? That's what. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what they were saying.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
That's what they were saying about
slowly
those
happening
pack
to
of
Garvey.
dogs.
That's
Yeah.
what they were saying about that. But what he's saying now is that if Garvey saw a human disappear, and the other guy said it's just taking longer for us, so that he's in that same category where he saw somebody disappear, and so now he's slowly becoming that way too.
You're talking about
Yeah.
Garvey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's slowly becoming like the dogs.
Yeah,
But
that's
that-
what- yeah, that's great.
You know, maybe he just never admitted it because I mean, the chick that would have said something or the
And
only
she's
person
gone.
that could have come, she just fucking disappeared.
Nora's probably the only person that knows that he's told he cheated on my wife.
That's crazy. Well, I think we're maybe connecting a few dots here. I think
about this.
that's a really reasonable thing. But I mean, I saw it in his eyes the first episode when he
Yeah.
was shooting the dogs.
He's going
He's like
insane.
glazed the fuck over, and he was.
And since you said that, here's
was-
my prediction for a long-term run. The daughter's gonna have to end up shooting Garvey when he goes crazy, like the wild dogs that are taking off running, and when he finally
I think he's
loses
going to
it,
lose a family member.
Who?
He's going to lose one of his women, one of his
Garvey?
girls.
Garvey?
Yeah, he's going to lose his wife or his daughter before the end of the season.
Huh?
And that's going to send him off the edge.
He's already lost the wife.
Yeah, but not physically.
and that would but
He
There's
just
mentally.
did.
there's still hope though.
No.
He just
He
said
still
we're
is
getting
now.
divorced. He just told the
Okay.
daughter. You don't tell the kid until you know it's over. You would never tell the daughter until you're like, okay, this is what she wants, and I can't talk her
Yeah,
out of it.
and
He's
he
been
had-
holding on to that for how long
Okay,
now?
so
Yeah.
so the
3
whole
years.
these 5 episodes we've been witnessing him going deeper into feral. The whole thing, everybody beating
Could we
on
just
him,
get 5 fucking
everybody-
minutes of him with his family together in the past so we could see how they interacted? We've never gotten that.
like a flashback?
Just
yeah?
like 10 fucking...
I mean,
Don't worry, it's Lindelof. A flashback's
We'll
coming.
get it. We'll get it.
What is
It's
that?
it was another lost shot for a flashback sideways.
Well, he's taking shots. Why?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Because
why.
this
yawning
episode
shots.
was very losty to me.
Yeah, I like the ending where...
I will say what I said to him outside. I do think it was the best episode of the series so far.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think that, but this episode was very impactful.
I thought it
keep
was the best
looking
one of
for
the
a
episodes.
reason to watch the next episode, and I think this episode
In
might have
retrospect,
hooked
I guess
me.
maybe it is. Maybe it is one of the better... Maybe it
I'm
is...
thinking it's just some like actual serious shit went down in this episode.
There's been a lot of setup leading up to... And that's how books are.
I know that, but what I'm saying is like
I
so
didn't
far
cry.
that we've had.
There was a couple spots where I thought
I
was
haven't
gonna
cried
cry,
at this. I haven't cried at this show at all.
But
I
this
welled
episode-
up.
I haven't welled up at all.
I welled
No.
up when he was talking to his daughter,
No.
and when she
Oh,
said, "I
okay.
love you."
Yeah. That's
Something
it.
about being a parent and having your kid in somebody who you're estranged from or not really talking to that much.
Why was Lori blowing the whistle? Did we cover that?
No,
Why
she
was
did
she-
that because that was her objection. That was her objecting.
To him speaking a prayer about
Yeah,
her
because
remnant.
she's just like, this is bullshit, and I'm not going to talk, but this is as close as I'll get.
Yep.
And it's kind of cool that her husband gave her the means to
Another
finally
symbol and
communicate.
metaphor. See what I'm saying? The symbolism in this episode was just disgusting all over
It's
the place.
dripping with
All
that kind
over.
of stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, the
You
show
gotta
is-
expect it. It's
I think-
a
I
very
mean-
bleak world, guy. Bleak is the word that comes to mind every episode.
It is.
Because Garvey crying, him losing it, like that hasn't happened. You know, he was crying when he was shooting the dogs, but he was not like sobbing like he just
And
was.
I get that,
Yeah.
man, but like the whole thing was just like saturated with fucking symbolism and everything like had some
You
deeper
mean it's got
metaphorical
a meaning?
I
So,
mean,
like,
I think that the whole
every
show's
time-
like that, though. It's just
That's
the
good
kind
writing.
Of, it's
Every
just the kind
scene
of
was
show
like,
we're watching. There's no throwaway material.
I know.
There's no
Yeah,
just
well.
like filler material in there. It's just all
everybody does stuff because there's a reason for it.
They
They're-
have. He has a certain style. And it's
The
just his
writers at least
style.
know the
I'll tell you
motivation.
what, this story was right up his fucking alley.
Oh, this was his
You know what
bread
I'm
and
saying?
butter. He was
You know
probably
what I mean?
waiting
Like,
for this one
after
to get
doing
out,
Lost,
for sure.
like this shit was like right up his fucking alley.
Yeah, because it's still got some of the same elements, but not all.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
it's different enough
exactly.
that, but it's still in his wheelhouse. So to
It's-
All
speak.
it needed
I
was
think
a
it- I
little
think it's totally up
two-key
his alley.
melody, and it was lost.
I think it's well done. It's just
Daddy
it's sometimes
issues.
really
We got daddy
depressing.
That's what I'm
issues.
saying. You throw in a little two-key melody
I
here
said
and there, and
I
it's
said at the
lost.
very first
With that,
episode I saw him. I said, well, so one of my very first reactions to this show at all was, so we got ourselves a new Jack.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I want to call him Guyliner because he looks like Richard Alpert's. He looks
It
like
looks
he
like a
wears
mix,
that much.
like a mix between a Richard Alpert
Yeah,
and Jack.
if Jack and Richard Alpert had a love child, it
Yeah.
would be Garvey for sure.
Dude, did you
Jackard Alpert.
Did you see that? Oh my God! Did you get that text that I sent to you that day?
What?
You remember you sent me that game video of that guy? And I said the
Did
text
you see
back
the
to
Game
you
of Thrones
and said it
game
would look
that
like
he
you and
sent you?
if you and Jim had a love child.
Vaguely, yeah. I
remember
can't remember.
I thought that was like I was laughing out loud at myself for that, and you didn't even react to it. I don't think, but it was. I thought it was. Good.
I don't remember. Well, I don't know. I can't think of where it's going next. I would like things that I would like to be answered. A, are we ever going to go back to the day? Are we ever going to go back to before the event? I would love to see what this place was like.
Not yet.
I
I
mean-
bet we do this season though, but not yet.
I-
Or maybe episode one
I
of
think you
next
just take it
season.
for what it is. Like those,
know,
those,
it's-
those small town things like that. It's if you think about it before the event, it's your average like small town. Hey, Rich. Hey,
Oh, hey,
Joey.
Matt.
Hey,
Hey,
Matt. How you doing? Can I get that cup of coffee? Yeah, the usual. You know what I'm saying? Like that small town, like hunky dory, kind of fucking
It would
feel.
make
you know
me
what I mean?
Mayberry.
sick, basically.
Mayberry.
Exactly. Exactly. The
Right,
Andy
right.
Griffith
Yeah,
type
it's
shit.
Mayberry,
So
man.
it's
You know what I'm
only
saying?
interesting because this happened. Why can't we see outside this town?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why that's Mapleton, New York is. I think that's where he was saying like we weren't going to get the whole.
Let's go to
world
Mapleton, New
view
York.
of this event.
Let's go.
We're going to Mapleton, New York.
We are. We
See,
should go.
I get that, and I get focusing on these characters, and it's all about them, just like
That's-
Lost was. It was always about focusing on the
That's
characters
the
and their
story
plight.
we're being told. We're not being told the story of what happened to the rest of the world. in this
I know,
event. We're
it's
being
just-
told the story of.
I'm
these
hoping
people.
that's the end of the
the
season
8
reveal.
survivors.
That they do some sort of a pulling back, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That
like the Dharmaville fucking.
yeah, exactly, something like that. I would love to see a reveal that opens this world up a little bit because
Speaking of
It
opening
does,
the
you know what?
world
That's
up.
another claustrophobic kind of feeling I get from the show. It's just like we're like.
we're right up in. Everybody's
Right.
all up in everybody's shit with the mayor and the.
Exactly. Everybody seems like
Well, now,
everybody
hold on.
knows everything
And now
that's
with Matt
going on.
jumping in at the end there, doing staging.
I
The,
mean, do they still have town meetings like that? Does that stuff still happen?
What do you think about the idea of him trying to, like, I felt like it really connected when he was talking to Kevin about bringing them back to life, about bringing the guilty remnants back to life. Like, I thought he might be onto something there for a second, and I'm not into religion, but I felt like maybe he had the right idea that these people just need to be reminded that they're not dead, and that
Yeah, and I think that whole idea got shat on right at the fucking
immediately with the whistles.
whistles. Was that the end of the episode? Her blowing that whistle in his face.
Yeah.
That's when it went to credits.
Yeah. I believe so, wasn't it? The whistling was the end.
I think so.
I think that was the end of the episode.
Yeah, because it just lit up really white
Right.
and then faded to white.
She was blowing that motherfucker
Yeah.
hard.
So we'll blow the whistle on this episode of How to Watch TV.
Now that's a
Sometimes
segue.
You wanna
See,
go where everybody knows your name.
Don't fall in.
Doom, 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 doom. And they're always glad you came.
Ding, ding, ding.
You wanna
go?
Oh wait.
Oh, you guys suck.
Hold on, let me play the Cheers theme.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's just do it. Not the full theme song. Cheers intro, here we go.
Baby, I'm bored.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna go where you can see troubles are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Too many verses. You wanna
How to Watch TV every Monday.
People are all the same.
I thought that was the end of it.
You wanna
Probably like the
go where
original.
Everybody knows your
Okay, favorite Cheers character. I mean, I'm Sam Malone in real life, so that's probably where I'm going.
Well, you're an asshole.
Shout out to Tom Fetzko for being a real life Ted Danson.
let me ruin Cheers for everybody and tell,
George
Don't
Wendt.
come on, Joel. Don't
let
tell
me
him
just
this.
let me just end the podcast
Don't.
with this week.
Don't do it.
I don't want to shatter your childhood or your image
wait
of
till
a
I leave?
man, but Ted Danson wore a wig. See you later.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
All these memories in my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind. I'm still a secret lemonade drinker, drinker.